It's time to disengage our brains and explore World Weird News.
Foul play. Police called after Goose smashes into taxi. Oh, well, here we go. This must be the Goose in question. Crime on the streets. Now birds are up to tricks. We don't have to worry about people breaking into cars. We got to worry about geese. Gosh, this is terrible. Terrible news. Okay, let's read this article. Let's see what it has to say about this terrible goose. It sounded like a wild goose chase, but police in Nottinghamshire really did find the bird in the back of a taxi after it smashed through its window. The force said they received a call about a goose flying into a car in the Radford area, a few miles from Nottingham. In a post on Twitter, Radford Road Police said, "When a colleague asked if a call had been received about a goose flying into a taxi over the radio, we had to see it to believe it." The force joked on social media that the bird may have been heading to the Nottingham Goose Fair, an annual event which takes place in the area in the first week of October. So this goose then was travelling to the, according to this article, it was travelling to the Nottingham Goose Fair. Great stuff. So that's our goose. You can see there. It's broken. That's the image on Twitter. It's broken into the car. Let's see if we can look at a larger picture of this. Yes, there we are. Look. That's the goose. It's broken into the car. Looks like it's made a right royal mess of things. Can you imagine just getting up in the morning to get in your car to drive to work, and this is what you see? What a horrific sight. What a horrific sight. Good grief. What's the world coming to, huh? It's the end times. It's the end times. Birds are committing crime. The force said the goose was taken to a local vet, while the taxi driver had to repair the damage to his vehicle. Ah, what a disaster. Everyone, be prepared. The birds are coming, and they're going to take over. Oh, no. Let's move on to the next news article, just in case a bird smashes through my window right now and attacks me. Which will be a disaster, but I wouldn't be surprised if it actually did happen. Self-driving garbage can inspires a lot of jokes, people worth treasuring. Alright, okay, so self-driving garbage can, right? Let's check this out. The article reads, Helen of Troy famously had a face that launched 1,000 ships. Now a video of a self-driving garbage can taking itself to the curb is the gif that has inspired 1,000 jokes. It all started when tech news outlet Gizmodo tweeted out a story about a new innovation in trash, the Smart Can. According to the company's website, Smart Can eliminates the need to take a homeowner's garbage can to the curb by providing a plug-and-play motorized trash can attached, a mobile application. Basically, it's a trash can that takes itself to the curb on trash day. To showcase its value, the company even released a video showing the robotic garbage can taking itself out, a clip of which Gizmodo shared in its tweet. Okay, well, let's check out this garbage bin moving about, shall we? Amazing. I actually think it's kind of creepy, to be honest with you. Either it looks like a ghost is taking it along, or it's a robot. It's a robot. They're robotic. They're coming alive. They're coming alive, I tell you. This is the beginning. AI is taking over. It's taking over our trash cans. While this robot may not take anyone's job anytime soon, the short clip of a self-propelling trash bin was enough to spark a meme, as Twitter users caught sight of the self-powered garbage. Let's check out some of the things people said on Twitter. The new Star Wars looks good. We need a self-driving presidential limo next. This garbage can drives himself to work every day. Where's my Gizmodo article? People had a field day with this. 1985. In year 2019, they're going to have flying cars. Yeah, we got moving We got moving bins. Well, I guess it's a step in the right direction. Ex-girlfriend waiting for her Uber. Me heading out for a good time. Okay, I get it. I understand. People can be lazy. Yes, I know. But really? Is this truly necessary? Is this a great evolutionary step forward for mankind? Look at it. Let me tell you something. Yeah? The answer to that question I just asked, the answer is no! Get rid of it. Let's move on to the next story. Now, finally, just for a laugh, I thought we'd have a look at this. 20 hilarious predictions about the year 2020 made long ago. Alright. It's hard to fathom that we're just months away from the year 2020. There's something about those four numbers together that just sound futuristic. Like a date that George Jetson or Flash Gordon would have signed on their checks. If you asked us 10 or even 20 years ago what we expected in the year 2020, we probably would have guessed that we'd all be eating synthetic food pills and being served by robot butlers. But ask us the same question now, and our best predictions is that 2020 will be mostly the same as today, but with slightly more expensive smartphones. Yeah, that's great. I kind of agree. Let's begin the slideshow. Alright. We'll have ape chauffeurs. The second issue of the Futurist magazine, published in 1967, contained an exclusive report from the Rand Corp, a local think tank, with a track record that's included contributing to the space program and the development of the internet. This time, however, they may have been a little off track. That's an understatement. Looking at this. In a story titled Intelligent Apes Become Chauffeurs, they shared details from a RAND study indicating that by the year 2020 it may be possible to breed intelligent species of animals, such as apes, that will be capable of performing manual labour. During the 21st century, those houses that don't have a robot in the broom closet could have a living ape to do the cleaning and gardening chores. Oh, can you imagine that? Can you imagine having an ape just hanging around your house? I can't see anything going wrong with that. No, let's move on. All roads will become tubes. A future of steel. Marvellous. We finally make it to Mars. Number 4, we'll finally make it to Mars. We've been dreaming of making it to Mars for as long as we've known the red planet existed. I don't see the appeal of going to Mars. I just don't get it. There's nothing there. It's a horrible planet. If you try to walk around it, you die. No, we don't want to go to Mars. Women will be built like wrestlers. What a weird prediction to make. Computers probably won't catch on, of course, as we all know. As we all know, no one cares about computers. They have no place in modern day society. We'll eat candy made of underwear. What the hell? Has lots of opinions about the different world will become by 2020, especially the diet. All food, even soup and milk, would be delivered to our homes in the form of frozen bricks. It would never take anyone more than half an hour to prepare an elaborate meal of several courses, and thanks to advances in culinary technology, it would be possible to take ordinary objects like paper and, yes, underwear, and bring them to chemical factories to be converted into candy. Whoever made that prediction must have been really drunk. We'll live in flying houses. Yeah, that sounds great. Well, where are we going to get the energy from to fly houses? I don't know. Well, anyway. Oh, now this one I like the look of. Everyone will be drunk all the time. Hey, that's a prediction that's come to pass, my friend. If you somehow got the crazy idea that people in the year 2020 would be limiting their alcohol intake and drinking more green tea instead, hey, drink alcohol and green tea at the same time. It's great. At least if you believe Serbian engineer and inventor, Nikola Tesla, yeah, of course we all know, who predicted in 1937 that within a century coffee, tea and tobacco will be no longer in vogue. Alcohol, however, will still be used, he claimed. It's not a stimulant, but a veritable elixir of life. Oh, this man, this Nikola Tesla, he is a genius! Fair play to this man. Alcohol is an elixir of life. Beautiful. We don't need to read any more about that. Nikola Tesla, he knows about alcohol. Let's move on. There will be blood banks for teeth. We have a magazine for this promised that in the future tooth banks would not just be realistic but a good idea. Picture the possibilities, the story read. Into the junk pile will go all artificial dentures, all bridges, plates, partial plates. All men and women of whatever age will be able to have human teeth embedded inside their gums until the day they die. Well, that sounds really great. Oh, there, this one. Mail will be sent via rocket. Mail delivered by a cruise missile, as insane as it sounds, was successfully attempted in 1959, when a Navy submarine, the USS Barbaro, sent 3,000 letters, all addressed to political figures like President Dwight D. Eisenhower, using only a rocket. The nuclear warhead was taken out and replaced with mail containers, and the missile was launched toward the Naval Auxiliary Air Station. Hey, delivering mail by rockets? I can't see how that could go wrong. We should do it. Absolutely, it'll bring world peace, I'm sure. And swiftly moving on, all diets will become vegetarian. We're all going to become vegetarians in the year 2020. We'll wear antenna hats and disposable socks. Socks are disposable, aren't they? Aren't they? Or am I... Oh, whatever. Why anyone asked furniture and industrial designer Gilbert Rode what he thought the 21st century man would be wearing is beyond us. But ask they did, and his answers were published in 1939 issue of Vogue magazine. The man who helped define American modernism thought that by 2020 we would have banished buttons, pockets, collars and ties. The man of the next century will revolt against shaving and wear a beautiful beard, Rogue declared. His hat will be an antenna, snatching radio out of the ether. His socks disposable, his suit minus tie, collar and buttons. He almost described a hipster living in Brooklyn, but we suspect even the antenna hat might be pushing things too far. Well, I don't know. I can see that happening, absolutely. We'll have personal helicopters. Oh gosh, yes. We need personal helicopters. I hope that does happen eventually. Maybe not in 2020, but maybe 2021. Bring it on. Human feet will become just one big toe. What kind of a prediction is that to make? Where did you come up with that? That's just utter nonsense. Oh, so what's going on? Okay, so it reads... So, what's going to happen to our feet, or more specifically, our toes, in a year and a change? In a lecture to the Royal College of Surgeons of England in 1911, a surgeon by the name of Richard Clement Lucas made the following curious prediction. Human beings of the future will become one-toed, he promised. The small... Give me this guy giving this lecture. Can you imagine it? We're all going to have one toe. And, oh, God. In 100 years, we'll have one... Oh, whatever. We'll have one... The foot will become one toe in 100 years. What a stupid prediction to make. The small toes are being used less and less as time goes on, while the great toe is developing in an astonishing manner. In roughly 100 years, Lucas predicted, our outer toes would gradually disappear and man might become a one-toed race. Which means by 2020, the Mother Goose toe pinching game will be amended to this little piggy went to market. The end. Too true, too true. Eating will no longer be necessary. Oh, now this sounds great. We won't have to eat in the year 2020. Marvellous. Okay. We'll be honest, we're not a big fan of this one. The article reads, and most disturbingly, it's not from the early 20th century, no. This prediction comes from 2005, from futurist and computer scientist Ray Kurzweil. I bet he feels a proper fool right now. By the year 2020, he wrote, nanobots capable of entering the bloodstream to feed cells and extract waste will exist, though not necessarily be in wide use. They will make the normal mode of human food consumption obsolete. Wow, marvellous. I actually, to be honest with you, I actually kind of like the idea of that. Yeah. But, oh gosh, these nanobots they want to put in the body. What if they take over? Oh, no, let's avoid that one. Vacuums will be nuclear powered. I think my vacuum is nuclear powered already. Houses will be cleaned by hose. Hey, Who in the modern day era doesn't clean their house with a hose? Come on, that's just all the rage these days. And finally, and this is great. Nobody works and everybody's rich. What an amazing prediction to make. You needed guts to make a prediction like this, okay? Okay, let's read what it has to say. As reported by Time magazine in 1966, the 21st century promises to be a pretty awesome time for just about everybody. By 2020, the machines will be producing so much that everyone in the US will, in effect, be independently wealthy, the article assured readers. Without even lifting a finger, the average non-working family could expect to earn an average salary of between $30,000 and $40,000. That's in 1966 dollars. By 2018, that would be about $307,000 for doing nothing. I think the best ones out of this list is everyone's going to be rich. This one here, I like this one. And Nikola Tesla with the whole we'll all be drunk, because of course, why the hell not? I mean, bloody hell. Let's all be drunk and merry. Great stuff. And have nanobots repairing our livers so that the next day we can get over the withdrawal symptoms. Sounds like that's my prediction then. My prediction for 2021. We'll all be drunk and nanobots will be repairing our livers, ready for the next drinking session. Yes. I make this prediction. Sean Wadley, 2020. 2021, we'll all be drunk. Farewell, my friends. I must leave you now for today, but I'll probably be back again another time. Good night.